Hello, friends. Hi, Kene.
Hi, Praful. What are we looking at today?
Today we'll look the second topic of TypeScript.
Hmm. Hmm.
The partial. Did you heard about it? This partial?
Not really, but I'm guessing that it is something, to not have the full features of a type, but I haven't heard of it.
Yeah. When I was learning TypeScript, right? Lots of new terminology or concept I'm encountering.
Yeah,
So I also do lots of guesswork, but sometimes getting some understanding would definitely helpful.
definitely.
One more big challenges I'm facing in TypeScript before partial.
Hmm.
Like I define an object, like for example, I simplified example like user object, right? Like we have like username and password. This is a very simplified example. So in few cases, like we need both the values, like username and password. But few other function doesn't need all the attributes. This is a very simplified example, but you can think about a bigger structure with so many different attributes. So as if you talk about user, this username and password is mandatory, but all the function you need for manipulation of user, they don't need like all the field to be, mandatory. So they only need this user alone is sufficient.
Got it.
So if an update function, if you don't use partial, you must need to, pass username and password as a value, even though you don't do anything with the password.
Yeah.
There is other option is that you can use question mark after password to make the password is optional.
Yes.
But I don't feel comfortable into making it optional if I don't need it. Sometimes I need an ability from the TypeScript to allow me to pass easily, like without changing to the types again and again. Right.
So I'm thinking this. No, I mean, like, I'm just thinking. So as an example that you're saying, sometimes it could be a form that you're asking the user to fill up. And in that case, you want to receive all the parts of the form like username and password, and suppose there is an email ID or an address field. So you want to capture all of that and you want to make it compulsory. But once you're getting that password and you're authenticating the user, maybe you will remove that password from the object, right, for security purposes. Then you don't need to keep passing in the password, but without the partial, all the function will start to complete, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly correct. Yeah, for some time, right, like we need to do some kind of different email. For example, we need some email validator function. So we can directly send email in that example. But in some case, if there is an interdependency, we want to send this entire user object. But if it is all fields are marked as required, so that won't allow it. Then we have to create another type that is also not recommended.
Yeah, we'll get too much types.
Yeah.
Already it is a headache.
Yeah, so each function we have to define type, and other type. It is like going code would be again messy.
It gets so confusing, yeah.
Because TypeScript, the only one benefit I like, the IntelliSense or the autocomplete. So in this partial, we can get the autocomplete without losing the ability of the strict check. So wherever you need a strict check, you just remove the partial and you just use update. So partial means you are doing something. Here you don't expect all the value to become. So it intentionally, right?
Yes, we are consciously saying it rather than saying that it could be or could not.
Yeah, because sometimes other time what happened, you can go and keep on question mark with required field also you make question mark, then everything will be optional.
Then it becomes any.
Yeah, then that became any kind of thing. Yeah. That's what I do doing as of today. Now let's see some example. The same type I define here, user, which contain two field. This is one function. So which take user as argument, and I can pass name, password. So all good. So if I try to access any field like user, oh sorry, my caps is on, I think. User, so it autocomplete is the name and password. So we can do any kind of manipulation there. But if you don't pass password, he started complaining.
Yeah.
Talking about password is missing.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is the correct thing that TypeScript would be doing, right?
Yeah. So most of the time you need this one. Like if you
Hmm.
try to save it or doing like username password for sign up operation or sign in, you may need this feature exactly.
Yes.
So all the time using partial also not recommended.
True. Then we are like doing it anti-way, right? Anti-TypeScript way.
Yes, yes. So for example, if you use partial over here, this generic syntax I don't like at all. Like this arrow syntax I like, but this kind of greater than less than symbol is irritating to me.
Yeah, it gets very difficult very quickly, I guess.
Yeah, see partial we use when passing user, name is Kenny, it doesn't complain. Let's see how it is autocomplete is happening. Now it is showing both the thing. Let's try to see password, what will happen. It doesn't complain.
That is the strict type checking is gone there, right?
Yes, yes.
We are already assuming that it will, it could come or not based on the runtime, right? So in compile time, it cannot know how to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So compile time it is bit free form. So if you want, you're doing the transformation at your own risk.
Yes.
And if you try to give that password, it will definitely work out properly. There is no error.
So yeah, here the assumption is that we can only give properties which are already in user or a subset of the properties, right? We cannot add any new property, right?
I think object
like
we can
age.
add another thing. It doesn't concern about. I think TypeScript doesn't complain about. Let's see. Oh, I was completely wrong.
So the partial is not assignable to yes. Okay.
Even though the user also not assignable to additional property.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it is a strict type. Yeah,
Yes,
some example I don't remember. Okay. I was talking about different thing. Yeah. So if you don't define, you can't add a new attribute here.
Yeah. It's similar to Java situation only, right?
Yes. So I think it is good for partial today. We'll come with a new video again tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.